Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. A. Look, I don't want to say that I told you so. I don't want to say that. I don't. But I knew this was coming. I just knew it. And before I go, and I'm going to try really hard not to rant because I'm really, how can I say? This doesn't surprise me because whenever blood is in the water, the sharks is coming because someone is at a weakened state and happens to be easy prey. Now, I should have stated it like that, but I was like thinking, now let me just be a little diplomatic about it. But forget about being diplomatic about it. Marilyn Manson, he is fighting for his life. Just as hold on, I gotta get my cafe au lait. I got my cafe au lait because I'm going to need a cafe au lait with hazelnut.
Don't spill it.
Thank you. Now, there's a new allegation out there, a Jane Doe. Now, I'm going to follow this. Not the Jane Doe in California. No, a Jane Doe in not Nassau County, California. New York. I'm sorry, Nassau County, New York. She just filed a lawsuit. Now, I'm going to try my very best to be diplomatic. I'm going to have a hard time with it because, as I read in the newspaper, ah, you know, y'all help me out here. Please help me out here. I'm having a hard time with it already. Now, I think that maybe she might have got her stars confused with Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler admitted to what he was doing back in the 90s and the 80s. All right. Having said all that, let's go ahead and get to this article. Man, I am too through. Now, Marilyn Manson accused of sexual assault of a minor in new lawsuit. Now, I said previously that this would happen. And I understood that Marilyn Manson was tired of fighting with Esme Bianco. Esme Bianco lost her case. As I said, she lost her case. It was dismissed without prejudice, which meant that she could refile, and she did. When she refiled, Marilyn Manson's like, okay, let me go ahead and settle. Now, to those of us who see that, wait a minute, let me make sure. Can you hear me? I want to make sure that you can hear me. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me see. Can I hear myself? Okay, I'm going to have to do it without my mic. Not sure. Can you hear me? Type yes or no. Okay. Okay, as I was saying, I got sidetracked. I want to make sure that you can hear me. The last time I live streamed without just coming on all emotional, it didn't go so well. So when Marilyn Manson settled with Esme Bianco, gave her some money, I said, this right here is going to set off the ching ching in people's minds. Anyone who came across Marilyn Manson, was down the street and saw him, whatever it may be, is going to come out of the woodworks now. Now, I get that good litigation occurs to keep matters out of the court. And it didn't go to court. He just said, here, we agreed on some money. You go your way, I go mine. Boom. I did nothing wrong. Now, however, people are not going to look at it like that. People who understand the law understand that, okay, he paid her off and he's not admitting to doing anything. And she's accepting the money, admitting or not admitting that he didn't do anything wrong or anything of that sort. Okay. Now, that's between the people that understand. The people who don't understand see it as, oh, she got paid. And that's exactly what Jane Doe, and I'm putting myself and my reputation on the line right here by saying, when she saw that, ching ching. All right. Now, where yeah, thank you. Yes, yes. And also I want to thank you for Phantasmic. I want to thank you so much for your tweet because you helped me out. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry, I'm doing a couple of things at one time. Okay, let me get it straight. Okay, now. Hey Lexi, how you doing? Oh, thank you. Now, check this out. You can't make this stuff up. Just brace yourself. Brace yourself, okay? I'm going to change screens, so if you type something and I don't get it, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm looking at another page. When I saw this, I blew my top. I'm like, oh, I am so. Ugh. I'm glad to see you too, Lexi. I'm glad to see you. Okay, now the suit filed on Monday by Jane Doe. Monday. Um, today's what? Monday, right? The 30th? On Monday. In Nassau County, claims that the singer born Brian Warner assaulted her multiple times when she was a teenager in the 1990s, while the plaintiffs have sued Marilyn Manson for alleged, I'm sorry, have sued Manson for alleged S abuse incidents took place while after his rise to fame. This suit alleges that Manson's abuse stretches back into the very early days in his career, and names of his record labels Interscope and nothing as the co-defendant, or yeah, nothing as a co-defendant. Defendant Warner first targeted the plaintiff in 1995 when she was 16, using his role, status, and power as an adult and performer in the music industry to gain access to groom, manipulate, and to exploit the plaintiff, resulting in sexual assault in two separate incidences. Okay, where do I start? Where do I start? Okay, okay. She's 16. He's using his star power to groom her at the age of 16. Hold on. Where are the parents? Why is she allowed to run rampant like this And to be able to get into a situation like this with an older man, a rocker, and her parents have no knowledge of this. I'm not buying it. No. Unless if her parents are sick, twisted individuals who will, here, take my child. Just go ahead. Take it. Take my child. Okay? No. Mm-mm. No. Keep in mind, she filed this lawsuit Monday. I don't think it was today. Maybe it was. But Marilyn Manson settled that lawsuit last week. He settled it last week. Yeah, so much BS, Lexi. You're absolutely right. It is BS. But keep in mind, there is blood in the streets. Now, that right there is a term dealing with finances. And if you're on a stock market and everything goes down, stock prices go down, plummet, people say, oh, there's blood in the streets. That's when you start gathering your money together and start buying these stocks at a low price called blood in the streets. Yep. Now, a 16-year-old would have sold something. Yep. But let me continue on. I blew my top when I saw this. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Representatives for Manson and Interscope Records did not immediately return requests for comment. The suit describes an alleged incident outside of an all ages show shortly after Jane Doe's 16th birthday. Defendant Warner's questioned the minors, including the plaintiff, specifically asking what each of their ages were. That's in grade school. There were what grade school they were in, and where their parents were at that time. Defendant Warner asked them both. I'm sorry. Defendant Warner then asked both children, not teenagers, but children. Oh, you all are that's dirty right there. Children for their home addresses, phone numbers, and jotting them down, suggesting that he would send them both promotional materials from the fan club. Can you believe that? Okay, let me continue. This is wild. Oh, okay. While on tour, wait a minute, am I missing something? Okay. While on the tour bus, the suit continues. Defendant Warner performed various acts of criminal mexual conduct upon plaintiff, who was a virgin at the time, including but not limited to force, and putting the car in the garage. The car penetrated the garage, if you get my drift. I got to speak in different ways for YouTube. The plaintiff was in pain, scared, upset, humiliated, confused. After he was done, defendant Warner laughed at her. Then a defendant Warner demanded plaintiff to get the F off of my bus and threatened the plaintiff that if she told anyone, he would eliminate the K word, eliminate her and her family. Jane Doe alleges several other incidences of abuse at the concert in New Orleans, New York, and other you can't make this stuff up. Okay. Wait a minute. Now let's backtrack on this. She's saying that he asked her and the other person for their name, number, address, were their parents home, what grade they were in, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Lexi, and continue to follow him. Ask all these questions, and then she goes with him and mexually abused her, put his car in her garage, and then she was scared, humiliated, upset, and all of these things. And then New Orleans, New York, what? Now, let's go back to the parents. Where are the parents? Will are are her parents allowing her to run wild with Marilyn Manson? They have nothing to say about this? Is she an emancipated minor? Does she do whatever she wants to do? So no parental, no one guiding her, giving her morals and whatever. Nah, Okay, Lexi says, and she still continues to follow him after all of that. Yep. Phantasma says, Evan and Ilma told her to pull out the most bizarre crap that she could find, or that she can think of. Really? An excuse for a money grab, most definitely. And then Phantasma goes back and say, it's all the same formula. You're right. It seems he's supposed to the horrendous stuff, and they still follow him. You're absolutely right. You can't make this sugar honey iced tea up. This right here is what I said. I said, please don't settle. There's going to be more lawsuits. Oh man, I am. Ah. Okay, let me get back to the article and then I can rant some more. We could all rant together. Okay, Jane Doe alleges in New Orleans. Okay, prior to the mexual assault described above, defendants Interscope and Nothing Records knew or should have known that the defendant Warner was habitually and routinely engaging in mexual conduct with young adults and underage children throughout the country, it claims. This is outrageous. Last year, New York passed a law, the Adult Survivor Act, that temporarily lifted the statute of limitations on the civil suits claiming sexual abuse and harassment. Jane Doe's attorney, Jeff Anderson, it is also representing women suing Aerosmith singer Steven Tyler, who alleged sexual assault of a minor. Now, that's who they should be looking at. Steven Tyler wrote in a book and admitted to it. Now, I don't know if this girl cannot tell the difference between Marilyn Manson and Steven Tyler. I mean, I don't know how you can confuse them. I just don't know how. But hey, you're right. Convenient, convenient. Oh my goodness, I'm trying not to get angry. Oh my goodness. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Normally, I'm cool, calm, and collective. But when stuff like this happens, I have a problem with it, a huge problem. Back to the article. Several suits against Manson claiming abuse having recently been settled or dismissed. Last week, the actor Esme Bianco settled her 2001 suit against Manson, which claimed sexual abuse and age trafficking. Now, according to this Jane Doe here, he had he liked teenagers, not women, based on what she's saying. I don't know. I'm just am I wrong? Put something down there. You think I'm taking it too far or misinterpreting what I'm looking at? Oh, let me go ahead and put the article in so that you can follow along with me if you choose to. because you can't make this stuff up. Okay, against Marilyn Manson, and she claimed sexual abuse and age trafficking. Earlier, a judge dismissed Ashley Morgan Smith Lyons' 2021 suit claiming assault back in 2010 after missing and filing deadlines. Previously, a judge dismissed this suit from Manson's former assistant, Ashley Walters, last May after passing a statutory limitation. Another suit from a different Jane Doe claiming sexual assault is ongoing. And I just talked about that just recently. An LA sheriff's department has brought the findings and investigation to the Manson. I'm sorry, let me start over again. I'm sorry. The LA County Sheriff's Department has brought the findings of an investigation into Manson's to the LA District Attorney, which they have not yet announced possible charges. Now, based on all of that, let me ask you, do you want to call in? Do you want to come up? This is getting wild. And I'll put the number out. You can call in or come up. Okay, here's the number. If you want to call in or come up and we can talk about this wild mess here. Okay. Because I have to say, I'm angered, but I knew it would happen. I didn't know it would happen this fast. Now, I have to say now I understand why no, let me take that back. I was let me not go down that train of thought. Oh, okay, fantastic. You're driving. Oh, no. Keep both hands on that wheel. We need you here. But it is just beyond comprehension. Now, I have a funny feeling, and this is just simply my thought and me just going freely. I believe Manson is a target because they had all this time to bring this to light. They had all this time. Just when people are losing their jobs, and some of you are like, BGD, oh, where are you going with this? I'm getting ready to tell you where I'm going with this. Money's tight, jobs are laying off, that Joe Biden is saying that there are jobs. If you go into your local Taco Bell, go into your local Giant, Safeway, you're starting to see more automated what do you call it? Things going on. You can look at you don't even need a cashier. You could do self checkout. Even in banking, there are some banks to where there are no one in there but a telephone and ATM machines. Things are falling apart. People are losing their houses. They're losing their jobs. Look, Google just fired like what, 12,000 people? Yeah. What do? You file a lawsuit, get Marilyn Manson. He got a bunch of women jumping on him like barracudas. They're just jumping on him, getting what they can, and he's just fighting them off. Like, oh no. Why not get a weakened? How can I say? Why not go after a shark? Not a shark, but why not go after a dolphin when it's injured? There's blood in the water, and you got these barracudas going after him. That's my thought. Am I wrong? Do you think I'm just being too hyperbolic? Like, oh, BGD, you're just a little taking this a little bit too far. Now, she's 16 years old, and this is what she's saying. She's 16 years old, and she's traveling in different places, and her parents are not even in the picture. Now, if that is the case, she's suing the wrong person. She needs to be suing her parents for allowing her to do all this stuff. That's just my thought. I couldn't imagine any parent back at that time allowing their child to go chase after a rock star and me not saying no, or me not knowing where my child is. So much doesn't make sense. And on it does anybody want to call in? Call in. Let me make sure I have the okay, do I have this up? Okay. I got the ringer on. So tell me what your thoughts are. Please call in and tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think I'm just, being overly sensitive? Do you believe that this Jane Doe is after a money grab, or do you believe everything what she's saying, that she had completely dysfunctional parents that were absentee parents, allowed her to run wild or to do whatever she wanted to do, and did not give her any type of recourse or any type of a moral foundation to stand on? What are your thoughts? If you want to call in, please do so, or put something in a chat, or please come up if you like. The link is right here. But Fantastic, when I saw this, I blew a gasket. I was like, oh no, 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 no. Now I did oh, man, it's on my other computer, but the court filing is in, and I'm trying to get used to the new legal lingo. And the legal jargon in New York is different from the legal jargon in California. I'm like, oh, I gotta learn all this stuff, do stuff all over again. So I'm going to be following this. Oh, update. Um, Marilyn Manson's court dates for February 7th or 9th, I'm trying to remember, is coming up with Evan Rachel Wood and Ilma Gore. They're going to finish that up, and then a trial is going to start, I believe, in March. I will be covering that. I'll be live streaming it. The court case for Jane Doe in California is going through, and there were some things that he won, and there were a couple of things that she won, and it was mainly to keep things private. And just small little things what they're arguing over, well, not arguing over, but trying to hammer out, and that is she didn't want anything on the court proceedings, to where you have the state of California against Marilyn Manson. Well, instead of having the state of California, it would have nothing at all. And then to have people summoned to come to court, it wouldn't even have her name on it. You'll just get a summons having that blank, and then having Marilyn Manson, and then whatever the summons says when to appear. Wild, wild, wild. And I've been trying to look at who is Jane Doe. I have some suspicions. Now, I did a members only video, to where I go into each person that had put allegations out there. and there was like what 19 people or 16 people, and I eliminated the ones that already filed. Now there are a couple that one really rings out to me, but there are maybe two that are a close second, and I'm thinking, it's one of these ladies right here. So I need to get more information before I start saying, because I don't want to get sued. A couple of YouTubers got sued for putting something out there, and I don't want to just put anything out there for clicks or likes. None of that. I want it to be factual. So whenever I say something, I want it to mean something and not because I get it out there first. No. I get where I'm going to go. I'm going to get there. It may take me a little while, but I'm going to get there. But it's going to be through integrity and honesty. Okay, Lexi, that sounds good. Oh, make sure you put hazelnut in your coffee, Lexi. So this breaking news about Marilyn Manson, I gotta say, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised it came this soon. Well, no, actually, the statute of limitations is up very soon to where they're going to close this this point to where you can file. I think Donald Trump gave it like four years to where you can file a lawsuit. It didn't matter how far back it was, you can go and file your lawsuit. Now it just so happens Jane Doe in New York City and Nassau County filed, and I think the time expires in 2 weeks, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it is most definitely there's really something. I'm just like, damn, Marilyn, damn it. Yeah, my microphone is messed. All right. Oh, let me go ahead and look at because I did a poll. Okay, the poll is I'm gonna end the poll. Is the new Jane Doe allegations a money grab? And 100% said yes, it is a money grab. So I'm ending that poll. It's really now you see, I don't know whether what what I'm trying to work out is this. Is someone besides Evan Rachel Wood trying to systematically, and I'm using this word and I don't say it, I, I, I say it sparingly, destroy Marilyn Manson. I know Evan Rachel Wood wants to destroy him because she feels slighted. And some of you agree with me, and some of you think, BGD, you're pushing it too far. I think she's doing all this because she wants him back so badly. He married Lindsay, and if Evan Rachel Wood can't have him, no one's going to have him, and she's going to put all this toxicity out there to make their lives miserable. And she used her girlfriend to do it. That's just my thought. That's just my thought. But back to the court case. I mean, the new allegations. Now, I gotta say, Yahoo, um, they put out some pretty good, well, some pretty good reporting. And I'm not saying that they're not biased or I'm not saying that. You just got to sort of like read in between the lines on some of this stuff. Marilyn, why did you settle? Mm. I think if Marilyn Manson would have continued to fight with Esme and to had that court case thrown out again, hopefully it would have been with prejudice, then this Jane Doe would have never filed on Monday. As soon as Esme won, boop, let me go after him. Blood's in the water. Okay, so what are your thoughts? Anyone, if you want to put something down in the chat, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think that what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Marilyn Manson did it? If you did, say so. It is okay. This is a free platform. I believe in the freedom of speech. Say what you want. Well, just keep it classy and don't say anything that's going to get my channel taken down. um, what are your thoughts? Do you think Marilyn Manson did it? Do you think that this girl or this woman now is speaking the truth? Or do you think it's well, a lot of you already said it was a money grab anyway, but those of you who are new that have come in, is it a money grab? What are your thoughts? Please put something down in the chat. My microphone is acting silly. I know you hear me. I don't know if it's my headphones or what. Let me try this. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, man. Okay, now I can hear. Okay, it was here. All right, now it's really something. This is really, really beyond belief. But now Steven Tyler, that guy, oh my goodness. I don't even know where to begin with Steven Tyler. He convinced this mother, I don't know if she was a single mother, but he convinced this woman to allow her 16-year-old 16, 15 or 16-year-old daughter to go with him to sign over guardianship to him. He writes this in his book. To sign over guardianship to him. Then at some point, she gets pregnant. And Steven Tyler, if it's anything, they need to be looking at him. Now, I don't know how they confuse Marilyn Manson with Steven Tyler. Who knows? I don't know. But Steven Tyler, through his own mouth, through his own words and his own actions, that's what he did. And as I remember, Mackenzie Phillips on what was that TV show? It was the mother and the two sisters, and she was co-star with Valerie Bartinelli. I can't quite remember, but she said, because her father, somebody Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas, was really, really out there. And he allowed Steven Tyler to spend some quiet time with his daughter Mackenzie, and she speaks about it. And she thought that that was normal because that was the way she was raised, in that wild, bohemian, hippie type of upbringing that her father was really into. Is this something? Is that my home phone? Oh, what do I think about the rifle? Nah, I don't. I don't. Okay, to me, let me show this. Okay, Now, this right here to me seems really, really out there. Now, Marilyn Manson, he may have had his issues with alcohol, and he may have had his issues with other types of wait a minute, are you talking about Marilyn Manson or are you talking about Steven Tyler? Lexi, which one are you talking about? Before I start answering, I want to make sure I'm talking about the right person. Because if you're thinking of talking about Marilyn Manson, I don't believe he would use weaponry to get what he wants. He just simply asks. That's it. Ask. If they say yes or no, fine. There are more women out there. Steven Tyler, just based on his book and what he has been saying, he sort of like kind of reams to that type. I don't know if he would use a rifle or anything like that. That could be, stretching it a little. But I think that right there is just really outrageous. And this is all conjecture and what I believe on my part. All of this right here, what I'm saying is coming from the article and what I think it may be. I very well could be wrong. But when you look at that, I think I feel very confident in saying that many people would say the exact thing what I'm saying. But back to your question again, no, I don't believe that. Um, no, I don't think that it was a right under Jane Doe. I don't believe so. But I, I wish none of this happened. I wish I were wrong. I wish I were wrong because I said it, and I did catch some heat for saying this. I did catch them, not a lot, but I did catch some heat, and a couple of people made a live stream because I did my live stream earlier, and a couple of people did their live stream saying, "Oh, well, he won," and blah blah blah. I got it. I understand he did win, but you're not looking at the other part of it. You're only looking at this. You're not looking at this or this. You're not looking at what can fall from what's being done right here. Oh man, Marilyn, Marilyn. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm very emotional. And I really hate to see this happen to Marilyn Manson because he's just the only thing what the man is trying to do is to make music, to love his wife, and to have a good life. Not having the Broomhilda cohort of witches flying on their broomsticks, bringing brouhaha and confusion and devastation to wherever they go. Whenever they fly someplace, flowers die as they go past. Okay, that was a bit much. I am so silly. Oh my goodness. So, would anybody like to call in or to give their thoughts? Call in or give your thoughts, or you can come up if you choose to. But I just had to, I'm still at a loss. I still am shocked, even though I knew it was going to happen, but I'm still shocked. Okay, wait a minute. I'm looking at Yeah, Hakan, you're absolutely correct. I mean, I can't let it show because, oh, please watch what you say in the chat. Please watch what you say in the chat because they're going to penalize me for any and everything. So if you want to say shite, SHYTE, please bullcrap, but be careful with what you type in because it's not going to come through. It's going to be blocked. And YouTube is going to come say, hey, Big Girl Diary, you need to okay. Okay, Lexi. But but all of this right here is just straight out ridiculous. And okay, here's the scary part. Here is the scary part. Okay. On one hand, I understand that this word is going to kill me. The anonymity or the anonymousness of it. I can't say anonymity. Somebody please spell out anonymity. You know what I mean. I can't say that word. I get for her to be anonymous. I understand it because there are cases to where people have been terrorized and abused to the point to where this person, whomever did it, has no problems spending the rest of their life in jail. I get it. I understand it. Now, on this side of it, when you have someone who is being anonymous and who are making these accusations and it is so false, what do? And you're sitting there fighting against these accusations, and it is so wild to where now it's like believe all women. Thank you, Fantastic. You look, you helped me out last live stream. You think I would learn? Look, no. Oh man, but is that my home phone? No, I don't hear the I'm sorry. It seems like everything is that. Oh man. Okay, thank you. Okay, they'll call back. Always during the live stream. I'm sorry. I do apologize. And I do get why people want to be anonymous. I get it. I truly do. But this stuff right here, it should not be allowed. It should not be allowed to come up and to make false allegations. And I'm saying false because just as you look at it, it's a bunch of BS. And the fact that you're allowed to make BS allegations to destroy someone's life for whatever reasons why you're doing it. It could be because you don't like the person. It could be because you want to get back at that person. It could be simply because you want some money. Whatever the reasons are. And also that you could bring any suit. Now, I'm trying to remember the term. It's losing me right now. But you can submit any any court filing. You can submit it, but there's nothing in between to where they say, well, this holds no merit. It just holds nothing unless if it's criminal. Then that's a little different. But when you come in through a civil suit and you just like, okay, this is it. Here, it goes through and then you got to pay all of this money. The both people have to pay all of this money. Each form cost money. Now, I don't know about you, but it's not like money is flying around like that. I'm still just like, ugh. I'm still I'm still a little numb. I don't know if I'm upset. Um, man, oh man, oh man. Marilyn, Marilyn, Marilyn. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going on my other. Okay, I'm just looking at different screens. Yeah, so I just wanted to get this out. I don't mean to vent, but I'm venting with facts that has been presented. This is going to be interesting, and um, and I hope that Marilyn Manson will be able, well, at least to let us know who this person is. And I think the Me Too movement, and this is simply my thought, the Me Too movement has been made a mockery of. Not only a mockery, but it also has been monetized. It has been monetized in such a way to where you had women like Evan Rachel Wood standing there, and I said this a couple of times, at the California Assembly and then to the Senate, making not only these allegations, but trying to change legislation based on a lie. And her thing was she needed to monetize it, in my opinion. Well, not only in my opinion, she said it. She wanted her documentary to make billions. But I'm not going to go down that road. This is about Jane Doe from Nassau County, New York. So I just wanted to get this out just to express it. And I'm just like, before I close it out, is there anything that you want to say? You want to call in or type in um, to express how you feel, outrage? But please keep it to where be careful with the vulgarity because I know you're emotional just like I am. Hey, Nicole. Oh, you missed the first part about the Jane Doe. Yeah. No. No, not. I don't think it's her. But I do have a thought that she may be one of them. One of them that happens to be Jane Doe in the case in California. I'm talking about the case in New York. There has been a new filing as of Monday. It's crazy. It is crazy. Um, I wish I were wrong, but I knew this was coming. I just knew it. Once Maryland settled with Esme Bianco, boom, Jane Doe filed in Nassau County, New York. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You just can't. But I have been. I don't want to. Not rambling. I wasn't rambling. I had a guided message. A guided message. Oh my goodness. I'm so silly. But since I'm glad that and Fantastic Either, thank you for putting it out phonetically for me because no matter how hard I try, I cannot pronounce it. For some reason, there are some things I can't even pronounce in Spanish. I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. But that is I. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and go. Oh, I love you back. Fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you back. Love, 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 love. So it doesn't matter where you are. I thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule in your day, because one thing you can never get back is time. You can get back what your cousin borrowed from you. You can get back all of that, but you can't get back time. So I want to thank you. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.